Hello and welcome to the third video in our Facebook video segments. This is the 5 mistakes that most riders make while riding dirt bikes. Want to make sure that you are not doing these and that you are riding the proper way. It's going to make you faster and safer on a dirt bike. Statistically speaking, every year 51,000 riders will go to the emergency room under the age of 17 to a dirt bike related crash. And it's my experience as even though dirt bikes are extremely dangerous, I think a big reason for this statistic is that most riders do not get proper training on a dirt bike. You know, if you were to drive a car, you get proper training. If you were to get a street bike, they would send you through a class to educate you on all the fundamentals. Dirt bikes will take a young kid and just send them out on a high performance motorcycle with little to no coaching and just tell them to go figure it out. And I think that's a big reason why most people are getting hurt in the motorsports industry is because they do not have these fundamental tips to keep them safe. Today's mistake is our third mistake is riders, you need to be riding on the balls of your feet. The mistake here is that most riders actually ride on the heels of their feet, and that limits your control of the motorcycle. Think about this for a second. Your first point of contact to the motorcycle is your feet. So that's where all your weight is being driven to. That's all the feeling, you know, in your feet. Think of this. Imagine a runner running a race or a sprinter on their heels. If you can envision that for a second, it's a really funny sight. You know, someone to run on their heels, it would look really goofy. It would look unnatural. Imagine a football player trying to do some maneuver drills, really quick drills on their heels. They wouldn't have near the agility. They wouldn't have near the effectiveness with their body riding on their heels, and your motorcycle is no different. You are constantly managing your weight and your balance on a dirt bike, and so you do that through your feet. You can actually steer your motorcycle by simply pushing a little bit more weight down on one peg versus the other peg. And so when you're on your heels, you don't have the ability to feel that minute little feelings of when your bike is getting traction or not getting traction. So what we suggest is that you move your feet back and so that you ride on the balls of your feet. This is ultimately going to allow you to be in more control of your motorcycle and make those sharp little adjustments when you're riding to take you where you want to go. So it's all part of this big fundamentals that we're breaking down here that's going to help keep you and turn you into a safe rider. So with that, make sure you go out, practice riding on the balls of your feet. A lot of people think they're riding on the balls of their feet, but really they're in the middle. Just scoot your foot back just a little bit. And last tip is when you're going to shift or use your rear brake, we slide our foot forward, make the shift, make the brake, and then slide our foot back. So I know it's easier to keep your foot in a position that we can reach out at all times, but that's a bad indicator. We want to move it back. One last tip, sorry we're just running on long here, but riding on the balls of your feet is actually going to give you more stamina and allow you to ride longer. It acts as a third shock or a second shock. Yeah, third shock. So you have your shocks on your bike, you have your legs, and then lastly you have your ankles, and that gives you just a little bit more of a cushion when you're riding fast, and it just allows you not to get so beat up and jarred around, and it gives you more control. So go out and start trying this technique today, and hope that you guys become stronger, safer, more confident riders, and I'll see you on the next video.